Well, for me, I feel like if I'm going to complain about what the government's doing and I don't vote, I really shouldn't be complaining. If you don't participate, then you can't complain about what happens in the elections and stuff. So that's part of the reason why I vote. And I just think it's important to get my voice heard. Whether or not my voice is necessarily accepted as the majority or the minority, often one vote, 2 votes, 3 votes can make a difference in a really close election. And so I think it's important for everybody to vote, because if 15, 20 people don't vote, and then their friends don't vote, and their friends, then that whole segment of the population does not get their voice heard. And thus it's not really a valid election in a way, because it's not what the people really want. So I think it's important for everybody to vote and get their voice out there so that they at least feel like they have a say in what's happening. Well, I'm from Washington State, so I'm voting in Washington State, and the election includes stuff for, in this particular one, there's stuff for the county, and there's stuff for the state, and there's stuff for the federal. Well, in this particular one, I got 2 different pamphlets. One is the county one, which tells me all the stuff about all the county things going on, and most of these are the initiatives that I was talking about. And then I also got one for the state, which also includes the federal information. So it's got all of the information on the different senators and congressmen that are running, and the Supreme Court justices for the state and that kind of thing. It'll give you information on what it is, and then it gives you information on those people who are for it and those people who are against it. In this particular case, there's nobody who has a statement against it. So you're only getting the statement for both of these 2 particular ones. Now this one, it would have to be somebody who lives in Gig Harbor. So I'm not from Gig Harbor, so I wouldn't be voting for this particular one. But it'll tell you what region it's from, and often it'll say the city. So probably the one I'd be voting for would be the one for District 6, because that's Pierce County, which is the county that I live in, okay, if I were still in Washington.
Right.
So this is the traditional ballot. And this is what a ballot normally looks like. And it just has the different measures. It gives you the basic information. And then you just draw a line between the 2 arrows for the one that you want. And it's always 2-sided. So one side usually is the initiatives, and maybe this is actually has the president's one on it as well. And then the other side has all of the state stuff, which there's quite a few things, as you can see, that you vote for state-wise. It's a new thing that the county has done. And in this particular one, you get to actually rank your choices. So, for example, in the executive, which I'm assuming this must be for the governor, you have all your choice. Yeah, this is the governor one. So you can choose a first, a second, and a third place ranking. And I don't know exactly how they're going to tally it. I'm assuming the directions will kind of tell you how. Because they gave us, usually you don't get such explicit directions. This year we actually got this thing that tells you how to do both ballots. But usually we don't get this. This one tells you, like, this is the ranked one and how exactly you're supposed to do it. And it gives you a legal notice that tells you that now that there's... It explains a little bit more about how the new ballot's going to work. I believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe it's something that the last election, I remember the last ballot that I got, they had a referendum or a motion or something, motion thing that basically asked us if we wanted to have rankings for our county stuff, and that initiative passed, and so they're trying it out this particular election. So it's the first time. Never seen it before in my life.